So what is going on with U.S. ports? If you follow social media, you may be seeing posts like this from Houston Wade over on Facebook about not a single international cargo ship is in the port of Seattle. The port is effectively dead. Not only that, the last ship from China will dock on the West Coast on April 29th, and the last Chinese ship will dock on the East Coast around May 10th. After that, there'll be no more shipments arriving from China. Don't believe him? Well, just take a ride to the ferry and look south. The port is a ghost town. You then see these type of images proliferating social media. Hey, it appears as if the port of Seattle is effectively dead. Then you have everybody discovering ship tracking apps, taking a snapshot here via Vessel Finder of the port of Seattle, and that also seems to confirm, wow, there doesn't seem to be a lot of ships offloading in the port of Seattle, although those yellow ships should give you an indication if you know how to read Vessel Finder. Well, how can you find out whether or not ports are actually empty in the United States? Well, here's my suggestion. Number one, go over to a ship tracking app. For example, this is Marine Traffic. And first off, you can see all the ships around the world at a single time. Those green ships are cargo vessels, the red ones are tankers, but it gives you an idea of the scope and scale of trade. Also, don't be confused. There are certain areas of the planet that are extremely congested with ships while others don't have as many ships. East Asia, for example, off the coast of Japan and China, very densely packed. However, there are attributes and features you can get with some of these ship tracking apps. Usually cost you a little bit of money, but you can disseminate some information. For example, you could remove all the clutter here, and these show you all the container ships in the world sailing at any one time. And then with a little bit more editing, we can actually get it down to ships that are destined for the United States. These are not all the container ships heading to the U.S. because some ships currently are heading to other ports, for example, maybe the port of Vancouver or some other intermediary port before heading for the United States. But these show you the container ships, and I can't help but notice that there are ships coming right now from Asia, from China, heading across the Pacific. Remember how Houston told you that there are no more ships sailing from China for the United States? I give you a U.S. flag ship sailing from China for the United States just 2 days ago. This is one of the APL ships, and a friend of the show sent me this image of his vessel departing from the port of Shanghai, heading to the United States. Now, you should note that this ship is not fully loaded with containers on deck. There are containers below deck, which you can't see, but typically these top decks are cluttered, packed to the gills with containers. And this ship is coming in a little bit of a light load over to the United States. So right now there are ships sailing from Asia that will be docking in the United States from China after the dates that was mentioned. What about that issue of the Port of Seattle being empty? Well, this is from the Northwest Seaport Alliance. I'll have all these links in the show notes so that you can take a look at them. This is showing you what is currently going on in the Port of Seattle right now. There are 4 ships currently on berth in the Port of Seattle and Tacoma. There are 8 vessels departed in the last 7 days, and there are 28 vessels scheduled in the next 7 days. And you can see this breakdown on this chart. The 2 terminals in Seattle listed right there, Terminal 18, which has the APL Yangshan and the Suva Chief on it, and then Seattle Terminal 5 with the Costco Auckland and the MSC Julie getting ready to depart. And then you can actually take this list and scroll down for weeks coming up how many ships are coming in. And here we go to Marine Traffic. You can see the Suva Chief just departing, MSC Julie just departing, and pierside here in the port of Seattle are 2 container ships, the Costco Auckland and the APL Yangshan. Now you can do this with most of the major ports around the United States. You can go over to their site and find their vessel schedule. This is for the Garden City Terminal down in Savannah, and you can find all the vessels coming into the port of Savannah and what ships are scheduled to come in. All ports operate different systems. So over in the port of Houston, you can look at the Barber Cut facility and see the vessels coming in. Now, Houston is not as crowded and busy as it once has been, but you can see the vessels scheduled to come into Barber's Cut, just like you can see the vessels scheduled to come into the Bayport facility. If you really want to know what's going on in U.S. ports, I recommend going over to the Port of LA and their cargo operations dashboard. Port of LA does it the best of any of the ports in the United States. Gives you real-time data, very quickly. You can get daily operation reports. You can get the dwell, how many empty containers on there. You get trucking reports. You can track vessels, how many blank sailings there are. Vessels in port, the marine traffic link, the marine exchange. You name it. You can also find out what ships are supposed to be coming in. And most importantly, they have a daily feature that comes out called their Signal Inbound Report. You can take a look at it. You can have it dropped off into your mailbox. This is the online report. This is the Signal report. 7 vessels currently on berth at the port of LA. LA, along with Long Beach, make the largest operating terminals in the United States. They receive about 40% of all the inbound cargo into the United States, and we're looking at here mainly containers. 7 vessels on berth, average time at berth 4.2 days, 83 planned vessels, 181,000 planned containers coming in. Now, when you look at the data here, break it down in a couple of weeks here for you. Week 18, this is the last week of April going into May. This is when we're starting to see those vessels coming in with tariff. If a cargo is loaded on a ship after April 9th, it is going to be susceptible to the tariff, particularly coming out of China at 145%. And what you'll see here is a change from the previous week. It's down 31.3%, and from last year, the same week, week 18, it's down 13.9%. May, week 19, May 4th to the 10th, down 13% from last week and down 35.9% from the previous week. That number, 35%, is a key one we're going to come back to. But notice here, week 20, it is up 39% from the previous week and up 0.84% from the week of the same time last year. You can also break down to see those vessels coming. So you can look at the scheduled vessels that are coming in. Remember old Houston sitting there saying that we're not going to be getting a ship from China after a certain time in April? Well, all these ships, most of them here, are coming in. And matter of fact, if you go back over to marine traffic, here we have marine traffic cleaned up to show you ships that have destinations of Los Angeles. So here you go, CMA CGM Abraham Lincoln coming out, the Ever Salute, the NYK Oceanus, the President Reagan of APL lines. All of these, Zim Albatross, are designated as coming in to the port of Los Angeles. So the idea that ships are not coming across bringing cargo, not true. Ships are coming into the U.S. The problem is the volume of the ships coming in is down and the cargo on board the ships is down. About a 10% blank sailing. In other words, about 10% of the vessels scheduled to sail are not sailing. But the ships that are coming in are starting to come in a bit lighter. That's being noted in ports in LA and Long Beach and up in Seattle and Tacoma. They give you metrics here about how long containers are sitting on the terminal. That was a big problem we saw happen during COVID when containers were sitting on the terminal for more than 9 days. You're getting your truck turnarounds. But the one chart I want to show you here is at the very end. This is the Port of LA weekly volumes for 2025. The light blue shows you for 2024. The purple shows you for 2025. And in the first part of the year, 2024, 2025, we're tracking pretty well. Matter of fact, we had a little bit of an uptick in the first quarter of 2025. So first quarter was a bit higher than what we'd seen in the previous year. We think that had a lot to do with cargo being front-loaded across. Now, as we get into the tariffs season and what's going on with this, we're starting to see those drops. And I cannot recommend strongly enough to listen to people and go to sources that are talking with the people who are directly involved. For example, this Investors Business Daily report is talking directly to the executive director of the Port of Los Angeles, Gene Seroka. The Port of LA does numerous press conferences. They do a monthly report. They're issuing statements all the time. And as you see here, they're expected to bring about a 35% decline in cargo arriving at the Port of Los Angeles by next week. This story came out on April 29th. Essentially, all shipments out of China for major retailers and manufacturers have ceased. And what we're seeing is those reductions. Now, note, that is just for the week coming in. And the question is going to be is, do we see a resumption of traffic coming out of China? This table put together by Jason Miller shows you the tonnage of containerized imports for 2024 and what percentage into the major ports they come from China. So LA, for example, gets over 51% of its imported containers from China. Long Beach, 61%. When you look at Tacoma, you're looking at 47% coming in. Seattle, 36%. And it's not just on the West Coast. Go over to that East Coast and you'll see Savannah gets 29, Newark gets 23, and even on the Gulf Coast, go to ports like Houston. Houston gets 25%. So my advice to you from what's going on with shipping, be careful what social media, what news you're reading, because sometimes what we're seeing right now is a little bit of panic, a little bit of people misinterpreting data to get it out there. I'm not saying they're doing it to get likes and subscribers, but every now and then there are people who are putting out information that always isn't exactly correct. And that's why I suggest if you want some good information, hey, tune in to What's Going On with Shipping. We do reports on this all the time. You can follow us on YouTube. You can follow us on Twitter, Bluesky, Facebook, all the major social media outlets. Until our next story, this is Sal, signing off.